Ha! Hello! Welcome! Bienvenue! How does it go? Bienvenue! Bienvenue! Welcome! Cabaret! Something like that, isn't it? I don't know. Oh, it's all before my time, of course. How are you guys? Welcome to Thursday and Dr. Fun Time and Raven Bear and there's also everybody's here. Look at this, got my ambassadorial t-shirt on. Oh yes, because it is Cloud Gaming Thursday with a little sprinkling of a pink friend of mine. Oh, I thought I'd get in on the act. Why not? Everybody else is, if only for today. Why? And having two daughters, I have, of course, spent the last quite considerable amount of years, playing, helping them to build little worlds and kitchens and things. And I always remember my youngest got into American Girl dolls. I think that's what they were called. And they were hugely expensive, particularly because they were imported. I don't think they were massive over here. And when we went to LA some years ago now, she discovered that there was an American Girl doll store with a cafe up the top that you could have a tea with your dolls. And it was really good. It was nicely done, I have to say. But I'm no stranger to playing with pink things. Dolls, I'm talking about. Beaver May. We got that thing again with the graphics not showing up. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe I need to do a little update. It's probably out of date, in truth. Anyway, how are you guys? I hope you had a good Wednesday. We had a lovely, chilled, Good News Wednesday, didn't we? Which was nice. Today was quite a good day. I had a bit of sad news on the family front, which we won't go into here. But, wow, a few good things happened to me today. Let me tell you about these good things. Firstly, I am now an official Shadow PC ambassador. Oh, yes. And I'm actually really excited about this because, you know, I've been playing on my Ally and I've been streaming from my PC, this one that I'm using here, to the Ally. And it's kind of been working okay, but I've been getting a lot of game crashes at this end, not the Ally. Ally's works a treat. So I'm really keen to see if I when I replicate the setup in the cloud, if I get the same issue. You see, I have a feeling I'm not going to. Anyway, we'll cover all that. I've been given access. I'm just waiting to get my password back, and then I'll do a separate thing on that. I have thoughts about Shadow. I really do, particularly now that my PC's starting to play up, and I've rebuilt it a couple of times, and I've got all sorts of applications running to avoid crashing and DLL stuff and what have you. So we'll talk about this another day once I've got myself sorted. And the other thing was, and I think I can talk about this because technically I'm not allowed to do anything content-wise until next Tuesday. Although any wide-eyed of you will have noticed I put up a thumbnail, a scheduled thumbnail for next Tuesday already. So I've been given special access, priority access to a brand new version of a thing called OneStream, and it's OneStream Live. So you know I use EVMux and OBS and Melon, and in the past I've used Streamlabs and I've used StreamYard and I've used Restream, and I've done them all. Well, this new system, they reckon it's the best out there. So I've been given access to it, and on the proviso that I do some content around it, which of course I'm very, very happy to do. So looking forward to that. And they've said that we can essentially publish stuff out on Tuesday. Hence, I'm going to do a live. I may even do it on this slot in lieu of Rock Show, but all depends if the new show launches on Tuesday next week. Well, I shall see about that. Anyway, so them's good things, isn't them? Enjoyed that, and looking forward to having a play with those things. It's been an interesting little cloud day. We've got some GeForce Now news, of course. We have new Epic games, and we'll have a look and see if you can play them on GeForce Now. There's some Luna news, there's some PlayStation Plus news, there's some Xbox news, there's a fair old chunk of news. I don't know if we'll get through everything today. Want to save some for the players, don't we? The ROKK players, what's coming up later? I think it's, I think I'm correct in saying that, there it is. I wondered where my, perfect. I think I'm right in saying it's Ninja Guy X taking the reins again today. I think it's Bjorn's last day that he can't do it, so he should be back next week. But we have Ninja Guy Twitter, I think he should call himself now. I mean, you know, nobody else is using it, are they? Don't call yourself Ninja Guy X. People will get confused. Call yourself Ninja Guy Twitter. I think that's a brilliant one. I like to call him Ninj. That's what I call him. It's ever so slightly rude sounding, but he seems quite happy with it. So I'm continuing to call him Ninj. Rouston, Neil, probably not. Oh yeah, this is a whole conversation I can't really jump into halfway or towards the end of. But what I can do is slide all the way back up to the top and say hello to you fantastisch folk. And just to go back up here, look at this. We've got Vet with a oh, he's gone. Oh no, he deleted him. Vet with a new avatar. I'll see if I can find him again. Well, I saw him popping back in. Sorry, Vet. It wasn't your fault. The thing disappeared. Here it is. His new avatar. Look at that. It's kind of a patriotic stars and stripes there. How are we supposed to compete for prizes with Beaver Mania? I know, mate. I know. I don't know what I can say. It's democracy. Nobody is prohibited from setting up multiple YouTube accounts and doing the same thing. Or... oh, actually, I was going to say, or you could take out a VIP subscription or VIP membership, and that gets you 6 entries. And then I remembered he is a VIP member, so not only does he put in 1 million of his own, he gets 6 additional ones as well as a VIP tier member. But look, you've seen the wheel. He's not won it any more than anybody else, maybe once or twice, but not much. So it is Lady Luck at the end of the day. Oh dear. And of course Adam Rouster, who's popping in there at the bottom of the screen. I'm at the very top, and what happens is when there are, I think it's 20 messages, the previous ones disappear and I can't get them back, so I've got to be really quick. Ray was there. Ant's here. Ant says let's go. Thank you, my friend. We have young Miss Phoenix. We have Raven Anime as well. Woo. And he has a Shadow PC. I did have it once. I wanted to pay to go up to the higher level, and at that time they didn't have any additional accounts for that purpose in the UK. So didn't want it. I didn't want it then, but now this is different. You see, that's why I do this. Rock, says Mr. Reaver. He's all the way down the bottom. I missed the rest of that message. I hope you got it. Who else have we got here? Of course, we have Ryan and Crystal as well. Excellent to see you both, Mr. and Mrs. Beaver. I don't know what his surname is. Who else we got here? Oh, so many lovely folk. Dr. Funtime, who is of course one of Ryan's friends. Streamlabs is banging away. I upped the amount of times Streamlabs should say something, but I think I may have overdone it a little bit. My apologies all round. Mrs. Reaver the Beaver. He's even got an account called Mrs. Reaver the Beaver. But it might be Mrs. Reaver the Beaver. Who knows? Bat Reaver is another one. It's amazing. So let me see, how many we got? We got Ryan himself, of course. We got Dr. Funtime. We got Mrs. Reaver the Beaver. We got Bat Reaver. Who else we got here? Metalhead Raver. It's the same person. Ryan Beaver. I've got, what's that, 5? Oh, Beaver My Anus, 6. It's so I find it hilarious, I've got to be honest with you. Mr. Reaver the Beaver, 7. Wow. Amazing. I think that's it. Maybe he's off at this moment in time, putting some accounts together. Dorrigan as well. How are you, my friend? Good to see you, buddy. Dorrigan says, Neil says, I'm bringing some thin mattresses if I can squeeze them in the car. I've missed a very important conversation. Oh, he's off for his camping trip tomorrow. Yes, I know where he's going, but I'm not telling anybody. Well done on the sleep. Not sure camping will be good for my sleep. Oh, I do for a lovely sleep. I was up again at 4:30 this morning, 5 I think it was. I'm trying to think. I think I streamed a little bit of Remnant 2 God Mode. Actually, I did, because Dorrigan popped in. It wasn't a very successful stream. It was about an hour, maybe 2 hours. But I got stuck on a puzzle. Annoyingly, no matter what I tried to do, it wasn't until later when I solved it that I realised you couldn't solve it there. You had to go off into the world for a fair trek, and then you could come back and find a lever the other side of a door that you couldn't open there. I mean, there's no way you could have known this. I was stuck on that for about 40 minutes trying to work it out, and once you worked it out, I had all the basics in place. That was annoying, but getting there. It's all right. It's good. Played a bit of Serious Sam Siberia, and that's not easy to say over a vodka, I have to say. Played that one on Xbox as a cloud game. That went live yesterday, I think. I mean, if you like Serious Sam, which of course is just an onslaught of enemies, it's a real machine gun fest. It's quite good. I mean, it has a campaign, which is, I didn't find much of a story to it, and I got killed a little too often for my own sake. So, it's horses for courses, but it was all right. It was okay. Ryan says, that's why I do this, Rokk, to make the wheel more random than what it already is. In your favour. Yeah, I don't know the algorithm for the randomness. The outfit that I use does go into some detail about it. It's actually it's a free system. It's largely used in education, so I think it's, they make their money through advertising, but I do try and randomize it. But what do you know? As young Raymond, when are you off on your trip? Is it the 4th of August, something like that? Very funny, Rokk. I can't justify the near 50 quid for the level of shadow I'd need. Yeah. So I was thinking to I've got to think this through properly. I don't really want to kind of go half cocked on my thinking here, Dorrigan, but I was thinking to myself, so this PC, which is probably no more than a year old, okay, and it's 3080, it's Intel i9, I mean, all of those things have obviously moved on now, 32 gig of RAM, terabyte drive, blah, 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 blah. But already it's a year down the road, it is now superseded. And I'm getting issues with it, and I've done everything I can possibly do to fix it, so I don't know whether it's hardware or software. So I'm kind of thinking to myself, I think I paid about 2,200 for it. I wonder if it's under warranty. I do have a support warranty for 5 years, which I did invoke recently. They were very good. They gave me a number of applications to run to kind of diagnose, and they came back saying they couldn't find any issues. So that's why I'm thinking it's potentially software. Anyway, divided by 50, 44 months at £50. Is that right? Yeah. So 44 months, which is, what's that, 3-4 years? I mean, if you were doing a 0% interest purchase of a £2,200 PC, 3 or 4 years down the road, you'd be looking to replace it anyway, wouldn't you? And my guess is that in 3 years' time, Shadow won't be offering the same grade of hardware. They'll have upped it. So I'm kind of thinking of it that way. When you think of it as a 50 quid cost, you're absolutely right. There's no getting away from it. It's a chunk of cash. But if you were buying it, if you were paying for a big, proper, decent top end, I wouldn't even say this was top end. I mean, it would need a 4090. You can imagine, I mean, William paid about 14 or 1500 just for his graphics card recently. Now, they're not providing that level. I don't know what I forget. They're giving me the Power PC Plus, which is the top end. And I've got to look at the numbers and all that stuff, and I can't remember for the life of me. GTX 750, and this young Neil has a GTX 750 like Bjorn. It still runs fine. Yeah, and all of it depends what you want it to do, doesn't it? So this is a workhorse for me. It's purely used for, I bought it for what we're doing now, but I've never been able to stream a decent quality, at the sort of settings that I would like to play the game and stream at the same time. I've never been able to do that. So the only way I have been able to do it is by having a separate PC for streaming, and then this thing too. And this is kind of what I'm thinking about for Shadow. So I'm not thinking about putting OBS on it. I'm thinking of still keeping all of that at this end, minimizing latency, maximizing on my broadband, and of course all I'm going to be doing is screen sharing the game into OBS in the same way that I would be GeForce Now, for example. So, and more importantly, I can do that from the Ally, so I can have all sorts running up on Shadow, the same as I do here, but hopefully without the crashes. A 450X. Yeah, I don't know what that is. My brain is still in NVIDIA mode because that's all I've had now for a few years. Having said that, I have been super impressed with the AMD that comes with the Ally. It's a 7 series. And I really like it. It's actually made me think outside the NVIDIA box. David Wilson, how are you, my friend? What's up, Phoenix and Rasta? Hope you're all having a good week. You guys know exactly how you all are, because I look at you in on Ray's Discord, all chit-chatting away at all hours of the day and night. I know what you guys get up to. And then you come in here and pretend you haven't seen each other for hours. Just walking home from work, David, and it's Friday tomorrow. How long does it take you to walk home, Sam? I'm trying to think. I know where your firm used to be. I'm assuming it's in the same place. And I think I have a rough idea where you reside. So I reckon it's got to be a good 30, 40-minute walk, something in that 15 to 20 minutes. There you go, speed walking, you see. Yeah, you got to learn to speed walk when you got huskies, you know. But you never come in, Rock. No, I don't. Look, I don't do. I'm not a. How can I put this in the nicest possible way? I'm very antisocial. I never pick up the phone at home because I know I'm going to end up talking to someone. Ask Vet. Bless his little socks. He phones me all the time on Discord, and it never gets picked up. I'm not a fan of talking. I mean, I'll talk here, and I'll do my shows and everything else, but I'm not a big fan of just chatting. And that's one of the reasons I don't do multiplayer and stuff. I mean, that's a bit more fun because you're playing a game, and if you know the folk involved, it's great. But I'm not a massive... If we all start going missing, we know it's Rock because he knows where we all live and where some of us work. Yes, funny you should say that, Ant, actually. There's been a little bit of a discussion in my Discord, yes, I have one too, about privacy. And we were saying, you know, I was saying yesterday that I've had death threats in the past, not in this current iteration of me, but I've had them, and, you know, bullying and stuff. But of course they were all saying, well, yeah, you know, it's really important, you've got to be careful on social what you say. Then I thought to myself, I could find out where nearly everybody in this chat lives, almost down to the street. I could certainly find out where you work just by going on LinkedIn. I've done it. It's easy. See, LinkedIn is the bit, it's the break in the chain, because it's a business community. If you guys don't know LinkedIn, it's sort of social media for businesses. It's a horrible place. I'm going to tell you this right now, because if you thought Instagram was bad or Facebook, with people telling you what a fantastic time in life they're having and how gorgeous their family are and they're happy and everything, and you know full well they're not. Business Link, or LinkedIn, I beg your pardon, is a million times worse. Everybody's got a hugely successful business and it's a happy day and they've got all sorts of pearls of wisdom. And I know a lot of these folk and they are struggling and it gets on my wick. But every one of them tells you where they are, tells you where they work, tells you where they've worked, tells you what colleges and schools and universities they went to, shows you who they're connected with, so you can work out if they're the first level, that they're people they possibly went to college and school with. Yeah, it's easy. LinkedIn is the missing link. It's so easy to track people down. Forget putting your... You know me. I mean, I do. If you watch all my shows religiously and you made notes, you would know the names of my daughters, you would know the name of my business, you would have a good idea where I lived. I'm not hugely worried, to be honest, about any of that stuff. I'm super secure in everything that I do online, etc. You know, and I use incredibly complicated passwords and two-factor authentication and all sorts of stuff. So I try, but it's easy. It's so easy. If you have just a rough idea of all you need is to get somebody's surname and roughly where they live, even if it's just the country they live in. It won't take you long to work it out with a little bit of nous. Dorrigan says he lives in Sydney. Hello, Kirk. How are you, my friend? Kirk is new. Yeah, just deleted my LinkedIn. I never used it. Did you just literally, as a consequence of what I just said, Neil? Or have you in the past? I've had mine for a long time. I've got 6,000 connections on it or something. And occasionally I put posts up on there. I've just done a couple recently. But I don't, yeah, a lot of people have to have one. And also, Sam, a lot of people, part of the whole university thing now is preparing you for life after university. One of the first things they do is in a course is set up a LinkedIn. Now, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. LinkedIn's actually far more engaged than any of the socials that I've got. I can put a post up on LinkedIn, and I genuinely only post about 5 times a year on my LinkedIn. I can put one on there and I will get 2,000-3,000 engagements versus 10 on X or Threads or whatever. I mean, it's, you know, it is a really, it works brilliantly for business, but it is so false. It's just icky. I can't actually open it and scroll through because after about 4 or 5 posts, I kind of feel it at the back of my throat. You got non-humans. I hear you, brother. I think they're pretty much global, dude. We have them in this country as well. I mean, I would love to sit here all day long and tell you what's going on in my country, which mirrors in many ways what's going on in your country, although at the moment you have another indictment coming down the line. I've been watching the news with interest, so watch that one. Oh my God, there's flying ants. Oh, come on. Sam, you said last week that good news, if I remember rightly, it was a Good News Wednesday, and you said, I think it's going to be Flying Ants Day today, and it never happened. I haven't seen any, but you're right, though. It's really weird, isn't it? There is always just one day a year, in I guess this is the same all over the world, where the flying ants just burst out from the ground, ping off in all directions looking for a new queen, and that's it. They're done. Job done. That's it. End of their day. They come. I don't mind flying ants. I once ate a significant amount of ants. By accident, I have to say. So my brother, we were I guess I must have been 16, 17. My brother is a year younger than me, so he would have been 15, 16. And he went to France on a school trip. And very nicely, he bought me back a giant Toblerone. Do you have Toblerone in the States? It's kind of a triangular praline chocolate. You snap them off. And they're very tasty. You know, hazelnuts. He brought me a giant one home from France, bless him. Unbeknownst to me, though, and I don't know how this happened, he must have been camping out there or something, but a load of ants got into the Toblerone. I'm munching away thinking, tastes like vinegar. Bit my tongue. Ants do taste like vinegar, if you ever do. They squirt, I think it's folic acid, certainly some form of acid, which is the constituent of vinegar. So, I was like, I looked and there was just ants. They were dark. I didn't spot them. Toblerone. Yes. And so I can absolutely, with authority, tell you what it tastes like to eat ants. It was a bit like I'm a celebrity. Oh dear, stories and stories. Hey, Chris, no, you have those. You have Toblerones. Is it? I'm trying to think who it is. Is it Nestle? It's not Ferrero, is it? Ferrero is that's their kind of territory. He died, didn't he? Not that long ago, a couple of years ago. Mr. Ferrero. It's true. Italian gentleman invented his kind of chocolate substitute during World War II, when obviously cocoa beans were in short supply. He came up with this concoction made from hazelnuts, and it made his fortune. It's true. Yeah, absolutely. That's funny, says Ant, because I think I ate ants yesterday. What? Ants dinner? I ate leftover pizza, and my daughter told me ants were on them, but I had already eaten them. Now, I mean, they're not going to hurt you. You know, there's a little bit of that acid stuff, but it's just additional protein. I think ants are amazing. They're They're like the perfect society, aren't they? They've all got their little roles and they all work together, and you know, one of them sends a little scent to say, hey guys, I've just found a blob of ice cream, and then they all make a little track. Amazing. Right, where are we? We're quite late, aren't we? Should we get in? Guys, I washed my hair. I know what you're thinking. Look at him, it's all sweaty. I had a shower just before I came on. That's why it's a bit glistening. Shall we go over and check out the cloud gaming news? I think we should. Let's do it. Oh, and I've got a little friend joining us. Are you ready? Oh, Barbie's joining us today, guys. Look at her. Well, look, why not? Everybody's getting in on the act, aren't they? Why can't we? Why can't we have Barbie join us? But this is a special Barbie. Look, guys, she's got a little game controller. I actually, God's honest, I actually used. What did I use? I used this Stable Diffusion to generate Barbie just before the show, literally. That's why I was a minute late. So she is completely generated by artificial intelligence. I literally said, give me Barbie in pink, lying down with a game controller, and this is what it came up with. Yeah, Barbie did sneak in at the beginning, Sam. I'm sorry. Oh, look at that. It's good. It just cuts in on whatever that is, a little Lego brick or whatever. Anyway, I'm so daft. I tell you what it was. I've got to be honest with you. I was messing around with, I think it's called Photo Express. It's an Adobe product who do Photoshop. And they've gone all in on AI. And you can use it for creating thumbnails for YouTube. And I noticed there was a thing where you could have your letters generated as bubbles, you see. So I did cloud gaming. You can see it's on the thumbnail as like balloons. And I thought, I'll do them in pink, and then we'll call it Barbsday rather than Thursday. And then I thought, wow, why not go all in? My daughters have seen it. My wife is seeing it at the weekend. They gave it a 7 out of 10. They both said it was overhyped. In fact, I've heard that from a few places. But I like the subtle message, although my eldest says it ain't that subtle about feminism. I think more of that, please. But I'm not going to see it, and that's not me being a blue boy. Ray's given it 6 out of 10, so very, very similar. It's not a film I want to spend money on. I was going to go and see Oppenheimer. That was the thing I was really up for. I love Cillian Murphy, and he looks amazing in this. And I'm absolutely convinced it will get Oscars. But I tell you why I'm not seeing it, and it's a little bit principled of me. I was reading about the people, the indigenous folk that lived in the area that Project Manhattan was happening. It was miles and miles and miles of desert, but there were people living there, and the government just kicked them out. They just kicked them out. Get out of your houses, go. And they gave them a pittance. I mean, there were businesses and farms and schools and churches and houses emptied, and they were given just a few dollars. And most of them couldn't go very far, so they just settled just outside the test site and actually got re-employed by the government to sit there and enjoy a burst of radiation when it went off. And of course, most of them died. And I think that's a terrible, terrible story. So it's not covered in the film. And I think that's as important as whatever trials and tribulations that Robert Oppenheimer went through. So that's why I'm not going to go and see it. I will watch it, though. I will, when it eventually appears, as it will, on one of the streaming services. I will watch it then, but I don't feel comfortable knowing that. So I'm not. And Ray cut off my sister's Barbie's head and offered the heads to my toy Jabba the Hutt. Did you have a Jabba? I had all the Star Wars figures, but I never had a Jabba. That's amazing. Right, let's get on with this. Okie dokie. So not a huge amount of GeForce Now news today. Of course, the Remnant 2 Souls-like game, which I featured on Tuesday, went live on Tuesday, very kindly given a code by NVIDIA GeForce Now, of course, who were given due credit accordingly. So it went day and date on NVIDIA GeForce Now, which is awesome. And I'm enjoying it. I mean, I am a little bit my own worst enemy, guys, which is why I'm not actively reviewing it in either direction, because I'm playing it with God mode on, and that is not how you should play this game. It is designed to be tough and challenging. And I actually took God mode off earlier today and played it, and I got my rear handed to me very quickly. I didn't do badly, actually. I could see how I could progress through the game, but at a lot slower pace. And you know, you really want to kind of concentrate on the build and all that stuff. Of course, in God mode, you just get everything. As soon as you turn the game on, you've got everything in there and your infinite health and stuff. So I'm just experiencing the game from an exploration, puzzle solving perspective. But it is a game you really genuinely need to play with full conflict, because I think that's the essence of the game. So that's why I'm not reviewing it. I'm enjoying it. But I'm not playing it in a way that I feel I am qualified to tell you whether to buy it or not. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't play it any other way. It's too tough. That's just not what I do. I've got too many games and so little time. It looks like it's free with ads, between $30 and $40 per year without ads. What are we talking about here, guys? Let me go back. Ant said, I didn't know what you did last time. It was explained to me more how much is it a month. Ants are my favourite insects, of course, and so they should be, my friend. Cowboy King, it's a shame in a way you don't like retro. Ant stream, gotcha. It's actually, there's a deal at the moment when, I think it's now launched, it's something like $75 for life. No year, no month, forever. Forever and ever and ever, amen. Which I actually think is a really good investment. You know, even if there's only 1 or 2 games on there that you like, they're coming up with new games every week, every month. You know, and there are quite a few really well-known retro games on there from all sorts of platforms. Revert's great, isn't it? There's actually been 2. No, they haven't. Yes, they have. No, they have. There was Remnant Before the Ashes or something, and then there was one before that. So although they're calling it Remnant 2, I don't know why. There's actually, it's a 3rd one. But yeah, it's a great game. Nerds World! How are you, my friend? Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for popping in. Kronos. That was it. Kronos. You got it, my friend. Any road up, I think it's a really good game. I've been enjoying it. I am definitely going to play it to completion. I have no idea how far into it I am. I am on the 3rd world, and I don't know how many there are. I have to say, there is a boss in the labyrinth section. If you watch, I tell you what is worth watching actually, is the Digital Foundry review. Spoilers, they loved it. They absolutely loved it. And the reviewer said the boss that I'm referring to in the labyrinth section, which is 2nd world you get to, he said it's the best boss he's ever encountered in a game. It is so clever. It's not just a spongy creature. I mean, I'll describe it because you can see it on there. It's like a huge cube. So you're in a labyrinth. You know those things with a marble, which are like on a board with lots of maze avenues in, and you have to move the marble around. You know the one where you can sort of tip it in different angles and the marble goes around and you have to get it out. So it's like a giant one of those that you're in. And then there's this massive cube which explodes into small cubes, and they literally just down these avenues. And there's like 4 or 5 of them in each section, and you've got to work out their patterns, where they go, because they don't all go in a linear fashion. Sometimes they go forwards and then back, and you've got to dodge them, and they've all got like a little light on them, and you have to shoot the light, and they've got, I think, 3 or 4 on each cube face. You have to disable all of them. It's so clever. And it doesn't matter whether you're on God mode, because you've really just got to have your wits about you. But that was brilliant. Brilliant. Doing great. Watching Rokk, drinking coffee. Oh, bless you, my friend. There are some games from back in the day. This is Ant Stream. I wouldn't mind playing again. But after about... Well, just you could just take out... I think it's not very much for like $7 or something. For a sort of basic subscription. They do have a free subscription if you go to their website, not on Xbox. Xbox, I believe, only has paid subscriptions, but if you go to their website, I think you can sign up and play for free, which I think is pretty damn good. The Cube was a good film. I need to rewatch that. I never saw it, Sam, but I heard good things. But yeah, I mean, check it out. Honestly, go and watch the Digital Foundry review. They do a cracking job of reviewing the whole game. And I think what they say is bang on. Strange New Worlds. Kick off the weekend with one of the hottest new games in the cloud, Remnant 2 from Gunfire Games and Gearbox Publishing. Sequel to the hit game Remnant from the Ashes, newly launched in the cloud for members to stream. Go ahead to... Oh, you can play with 3 other people in co-op as well, which I haven't done. Go ahead to... Oh, surprises. Yeah, I was saying, wasn't I? It's just me. I just don't do it. I don't know why. I don't go down the pub, and I'm just Billy miserable mates, really. But I'll always happily talk to people. It's weird. I will talk forever on chat. Like all night long, no problems at all. But when it comes to talking, I don't know what it is. There's something in my background. I don't know what, some kind of weird psychological thing. Guild Wars 2, they are giving away rewards to members for through to the end of August. Ultimate and Priority members can now grab their free exclusive rewards. I've never played Guild Wars 2. I do have it on GeForce, but if I remember rightly, it was keyboard and mouse only, I think. And that's always the stymie for me, because, you know, I like to sit on my sofa with a controller, and therefore I don't typically get to play a lot. And some are brilliant. I mean, I absolutely love New World. I played the alphas, the betas, I bought it. But although you can now play with a controller, you still have to use keys for some things or mouse for some things. So, yeah, I don't like talking to people, but I'm just unsociable. Yeah, I guess that's the definition of it, Sam, isn't it? I'm the same. It's weird, though. I love this. I'm just literally talking to myself. That's not the definition of what I love, but I'm not a massive fan of it. It's weird, I know. It's really odd. Some people can't get enough of it, can they? But, you know, bless them. The Always Prepare bundle includes 10 transmutation charges to change character appearance. Oh yes, MotoGP 23. So they've got a few games coming up, basically. Remnant 2 is one of the 8 games available this week on GeForce Now. Check out the complete list of new games. And they are Remnant 2. That was 2 days ago. Let's School. I'm not sure what that is. That came out yesterday. Strategy city builder sandbox thing. Looks Japanesey in origin. Dive into the exhilarating role of a headmaster entrusted to revive your alma mater. Beyond just bricks and mortar. Train teachers, recruit students, sculpt your school into a unique educational haven. 10% discount, $14.39, roughly speaking, about $16, $17, I guess. I don't know, I hated school. I'm not sure that I would get much fun from that one. But it does look very much like a Switch game, doesn't it? I wonder if that's what it was. I wonder if it was a Switch game. Yeah, not for me, I don't think. Grand Emprise, time travel survival. Let's have a look, see what we got there. Survival, as it says in the name. Base building, adventure crafting. Looks good, actually. I mean, you know, that's a dinosaur. Oh, it's ROKK. Time travel through history to become God. Oh, ride dinosaurs, forge tools, sail dunes. Now, did they give you some kind of oxygen mask because you couldn't breathe the oxygen back then? Build a colony, siege castles, and so on. Dune. So, £15. Yeah, I mean, you know, it looks fun, but I'm guessing it's for an indie. Developer TBJBU2. Is that a word? TBJBU? No, it's got to be initials, surely. Anyway, that is on GeForce Now as of yesterday. No, today, sorry. MotoGP 23. That's tough. That's a tough play, that is. Octopath Traveler, the first one, I believe. That's a good game. Pro Cycling Manager 23, Riders Republic. There's very much a bike kind of two wheels vibe, isn't there, to this week's gaming. And Starship Troopers Extermination. That was good. Did you watch that film? It was good, wasn't it? Starship Troopers. I lost my heart to a Starship Trooper. Ray will know what I mean. I believe that song was Sarah Brightman, who also sang with the Italian blind fella, whose name has escaped me, and was married to Ugly Face, Andrew Lloyd Webber. No, Sam, I lost my heart to a Starship Trooper. Do. I'm sure it was Andrea Bocelli. Thinking, you know, I actually love a bit of Andrea. So she sang do. She did the female part to that. And she also sang I Lost My Heart to a Starship Trooper. There you go. And was married to Andrew Lloyd Webber. Yes, not for long, but long enough. I couldn't be married to Andrew Lloyd Webber. He's not a particularly nice looking chap, is he? Right, enough of roasting poor old Andy. So that was it. That's your GeForce. Over on Epic Land, these are your free games. We did cover them off last week, but Homeworld and Severed Steel. Homeworld is a strategy game. Not many photos of this. Experience the epic space strategy game that redefined the RTS genre. Control your fleet and build an armada across more than 30 single-player missions. Choose unit types, fleet formations, and flight tactics for each strategic situation. And I'm going to add that to my library, as I always do every week. There we are. Don't tick that box. And in it goes. Refund. And hey, have I already got it? Have I? Oh, it's just telling me. It's just telling me I can't get a refund. That would be funny if you already owned it and it gave you your money back. Wow. Be well happy with that. Continue browsing. Thank you. So let's just have a quick look and see if it is available. It's called Homeworld on GeForce Now. Let's see. Let's have a look and see. Homeworld 3. Doesn't appear to be available on anything. Oh, no, I've got to click it first. No, not available anywhere. It's quite interesting. I've noticed of late, there was a time, not far back, when if you picked up a game, the free game from Epic, it would be a game on that week with GeForce Now as well. So you knew that, you know, they were kind of working together. They seem to have stopped doing that. Don't know why. Well, I can guess they must be hard at it trying to port all those Xbox games to the platform. They probably run out of resources, in fairness. There's young Bjorn. He's got his screaming avatar. Look at that. It's quite scary. How are you, dude? Manual dishes, one of the downsides of being in a countryside cottage. Ooh, if you're in a cottage, you could have done players. I thought you were out in the middle of the wild somewhere with your, Ursas. Hope you're having a good one, my friend. Bad internet. There you go, you see. That's why he can't. But he looks nice with Barbie's pink boot beside his face, that's for sure. That was one of the things that was great about Stadia, says Adam. It's a shame the demo isn't... Yeah, I agree. Stadia was great for those demos. But don't forget, though, and I do forget this, which is why I keep reminding myself, you have a very similar setup with Steam that we have with Stadia. So you can pay for a game and you can play it for 2 hours within a 2-week period. And if you decide it's not for you, you can just get a full refund. That's it. Job done. I wish they all did that. I really, really do, because it puts a lot of people off purchasing games. And I know the argument goes, well, there are some games you can finish in 2 hours. Well, yeah, true, but not many. And I mean, a lot of games these days, they take you that long just to get through the tutorial. So it's worth remembering that, you know. I mean, just consider that a demo. You trial it out, and actually, if you like it, keep it. If you don't, get your money back. Simples. Simples. What else did we find? I think we covered them all, didn't we? Oh, that's right. We were doing the epic free games, weren't we? Oh, I'm in the wrong site. Oh, hang on. There we go. So we had, so I always flick past it. There we go. Homeworld, which actually looks quite good. I've added it now. Severed Steel. I've got screens for this one. So it was £23, $25, give or take, and it is now free. Did that with BG3 on Steam, said Bjorn. Bought it the day after, got offered a free key for BG3, refunded, and got Hogwarts. There you go. See? Amazing things can happen. Wait, did you talk about the aliens already? Oh, there was... no, we haven't, but I know that you guys had a Congress thing yesterday, didn't you? I haven't really... by the way, I'm massively into any of that stuff. You know, I mean, I listen regularly to podcasts on it. I read all the books when I was a kid. Hugely into Graham Hancock, read all his books, met him, found him to be quite a cantankerous old bugger, I've got to be honest with you. He was screaming at his wife, and I thought, whoa. Anyway, got to be careful, libel and all that. But yeah, no, massively into it. And don't you listen to Phoenix, my friend. There's more than enough evidence. Even the governments of the world say that. But no, I know there was some stuff, and I must pick up on it. I saw Brian Cox, who is, you may know him, he's kind of the future David Attenborough, sorry. He actually was in a well-known band back in the 80s, or 90s, sorry. And and then he went on and became a professor of, I think, astronomy. And that does a huge amount on TV. Actually, I've seen him live. I've been to his gigs. Yeah, nice enough fella. But he's not a big believer, which I find really weird. How can you be an astronomer, like a proper professor of astronomy, and not believe that it is hugely, not only possible, but hugely unlikely to not be the case that we are or have been visited? We have visited other planets. Why could that not be the case with a vastly older species? I was saying to the wife the other day, you got me off on a topic now. If you think about dinosaurs, right, dinosaurs were on the planet for something ridiculous, like 100 million years or something. We've been on the planet for less than one, I believe. Now, they were largely wiped out, of course, not completely, but largely wiped out. No, there's no reason to think that if they had been on the planet another 50 million years, which is, I think, 65 million years ago was the Jurassic period. So if they'd been on the Earth for 100 or 50 or whatever it was, millions of years, and they didn't get wiped out, then they would be vastly, vastly superior to us in every aspect by now. It's by the pure virtue of evolution, it's impossible to think that that couldn't be the case. And if that would have been the case on Earth, why couldn't that be on another planet? Anyway, I don't believe that what we consider aliens actually come from other galaxies or other planets. I believe that they are hopping between quantum universes that we share. And, you know, there's a significant body of evidence under the whole quantum mechanics thing that in fact, it's beyond reproach now that we are indeed a string amongst an infinite amount of universal strings. And that's why I think the real shame of it is about 2016, all of us watching this, we all accidentally fell into a really bad string. And it gave us Trump, and it gave us Johnson and the Tories and the Republicans and Mitch McConnell. Hope he's okay. Mish. But anyway, we digress. It's already done, Phoenix. Already done. Star Trek. Yeah, don't interfere. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Yep. Loving the new Stranger New Worlds, by the way. Anyway, Severed Steel. We looked at this. I thought it looked really good. It reminded me of that game, which I've forgotten the name of. Came out on Stadia. Everybody's in red, and the guy says something when you shoot somebody. Anyway, stylish single-player first-person shooter featuring a fluid stunt system. It says in library. I've already got this one. Oh. Must have been free at another point. Loads of bullet time, a unique one-armed protagonist. Oh yeah, we joked about this, didn't we? And a dark electronic soundtrack. I'll have to fire that up. I certainly will. Super hot. And thank you, my friend. That's exactly what I was thinking. It reminds me of a full colour version of that. Right, so them's was them. Now let's have a quick final look at our friends at Cloud Dosage. So the most recent piece of news from them, which I found a bit sad, was new titles coming to Luna in August. The whole month of August, they have 3 games coming to Luna, 2 of which have been on it before. They've just come back. I don't know, if I was paying my £9 a month, I did for a bit, I stopped. I feel a little bit shortchanged by now. They're not even, dare I say it, amazing games. Star Wars Pinball's okay, I suppose, if you like pinball. Batora, SteamWorld Quest, Hand of Gilgamesh, which I think was on Stadia. The Smurfs Mission Vileaf. There's about 5 there, but either rode up. A bit disappointing, I reckon. In total, there are 3 additions to the Luna Plus channel, 2 of which are returning titles after being removed. And then, of course, you have your half a dozen Prime ones, although the last time I looked, it hadn't changed. So I'm not sure how often they rotate. I thought it was monthly. Yeah, I agree, Anne. I do as well. I just can't... I don't see any great... I mean... I don't know. If you're paying for Luna just because you enjoy a bit of casual gaming, and you know, why not? But for $80, you can get a lifetime subscription to Antstream, and if it's just occasional casual gaming, there's enough retro. There's some really good retro things on there that you would get off on for your lifetime subscription. I just feel like it's painting itself into a corner. I really do. Yeah, here we go. GFN we've covered. FIFA 23 went live today on Xbox, which is good. If you like your bit of FIFA 23, I personally have no interest. 8 they've got a lovely little feature on Cloud Dosage, 8 cozy games to stream on your smartphone, which went live yesterday. So check that out. GFN Steam update. No, don't need to worry about that. Black Nut have added 5 new titles. Often forgotten, poor old Black Nut. Anyway, look, they're all from, looks like they're all from the same developer. They're all My Universe games by Microids. Interior designer, doctors and nurses, school teacher, pet clinic, cats and dogs, and green adventure. They look, they look really nice. Vet, you'd love these. I know Crystal would. These are real cozy looking games. So all of these have come to Black Nut as part. See, now there's my point. So there's 5 new games, and I think these look quite good. You know, from Black Nut. Love a bit of Black Nut. You got 2 new games live on Utomic. More coming soon. So what have they got? Etherborn and Absolute Vodka. No, it's not that, Rock. I can't see what it's called. Oh, Absolute Tactics. There you go. Wall World. That's a trailer. Something coming, I guess. Blasphemous. Yeah, it's another. I mean, again, Utomic and Black Nut and others that I forgot the names of. They're predominantly mobile and indie titles, and then they sprinkle a few double and triple A's in. And if you're just looking for a relatively inexpensive catalogue of games for the family, then they do offer value. Just it's horses for courses, isn't it? Anyway, where are we over here? 17 people in the Wheel of Fortune. I forgot what it was called. So let me quickly copy these. Once you go black nut, you never go back nut. See? I love that, Rotmuth. That really should be their motto, shouldn't it? That's brilliant. I love that. Love it, my friend. My favourite is Woke Till I Croak. That winds people up, I can assure you. Right, studio mode. Let's find the games. Here we go. And interact. That's the games, you silly boy. You want the entrances is. Don't trigger Ray. Ray's with me. He and I, we speak the same language. Right, here we go. Interact. Unless he's been pretending to me all these years. See, this is the benefit of hanging out in his Discord. Right, paste and shuffle. There they go. And hide that. Put it back. Put it back. Right. Let's get ourselves over to the Wheel of Fortune. Da, 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 da. Look, I'm in today. Woohoo! Woo. No Barbie. Well, we've done with Barbie now. Barbie's finished. That was our tribute to Barbie. Barbara. Right. So, we're going to kick off with the winner. Studio mode. That's a lot of entries. Well, 17. There's a lot of Reaver entries. Rudigs. There are always quite a few, my friend, because it includes members. I'm gonna get the games up. Here they are. Sorry, I'd got to get me studio mode. Right, here we go. Let's spin a voo to see who is going to win a voo. I always think of Bjorn when this piece of music goes. Chopping down the trees with his huge axe. Twiddling his big gingery beard. You know, through his massive horn. Oh, the Vikings, they were like a carry-on film. All of their own. It's slowing down. Oh, it's going to be a Reaver today. He tipped the odds in his favour. Bless him. Bat Reaver. I wonder who that is. It's not even, it's Bat Reaver 1. It's not like he's even only got Bat Reaver. Right, Bat Reaver, you little monkey. Let's see what you're going to win today. That's brilliant. I love that. One of many Reavers. I think it's superb. It really does make me chuckle. After 9 entries, I know he... It's so funny. I tell you what, I'm going to give it a shuffle-uffacus. Okay, here we go. Good luck, Mr. Reaver. Everybody can do it. I can't. It's the way it is. I can't stop it. It's a different tune each time, Bjorn. He's going to get Other Side. That's what he's going to get. I don't know how good it is. Oh, there he is. Reaver. Right, Bat Reaver. Other Side. I know. But at the end of the day, everybody can... You can all subscribe 1 million times and enter 1 million times if you want to. He's just cornered the market. I find it funny. Don't worry, there are still tons of games, and when we get down to about 50, I will be buying a new stack. And don't forget, tomorrow, guys, is members only day, and not only do we do this all over again, but because it's just you get a special game, and it's not like my normal pack of games. I can't think what we gave away last week. Can you remember what it was last Friday? We've given some good games away. I can't remember what it... Oh, I know. I've got them all in the list, haven't I? That's right. Yes, that's it. I was doing one game, and then I've got a whole load of codes, and but they're real decent games. Yes. I wondered who'd pick up on that. Oh, dear. Oh, you know what they say about a man that boasts, don't you? Exactly. Right, you little naughty folk. I think we're going to call it a day. It's 10 past the hour, and we had a little chuckle, didn't we, along the way? Didn't we? Hey? Of course we did. How's the Diablo grind, says Rudigs. Oh, I tell you what, actually, mate, you would love Remnant 2. It's so up your alley. You know, it's a shooter Souls-like. It's pretty tough. I think you'd enjoy it. It's quite clever as well. They've got a really cracking one boss fight I was mentioning earlier. It's amazing. Gotta be done. Gotta be played. I don't know how much it is either. Let me have a quick look and see how much it is these days. They got it on Epic. I don't know that they have. Oh, they might have actually. Yes, they do. So I don't know how it compares, but on 40, let's call it $45. Not too bad. It will drop in price, but I would absolutely recommend anybody who likes a good challenge and a kind of Souls-like game. Then I think you'd enjoy it. And as I said, Digital Foundry gave it a massive thumbs up, so they know. Same for me, not playing during the week. I'll also be on during the weekend. Slow progress this week, but I shall be on. I haven't watched you stream for a long time, Sam. I found this recently. I said this, didn't I? I'm not getting notifications when people stream, and I do have you all on notifications. Rockshow, what's your thoughts on Armored Core 6? Have you played any of the series? Hang on, my friend. For a second, I thought you were referring to Armored Crate, which is the thing that comes with the Ally. Armored... Armored 6. It's coming out on Xbox, is it? Is it coming to Game Pass? I'd have to have a proper look at this. It looks interesting. Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. Yeah, I mean, from what I can see, it looks quite good. I picked up Chorus again the other day. I've been hammering through that and enjoying that. That's very good. I streamed on Saturday. Once a week on the weekend is all I can schedule at the mo. Yeah, it won't come to Game Pass, no. I don't remember playing any of the Oh, no, I have. It's robots, isn't it? Yes. I'll check it out, mate. This looks better than the previous ones I played. I think I've had... Has Epic given one away at some point, maybe? That's where I've had a look at it. I don't know. But either way, I shall have a little look at it. Yeah. Right, I'm going to let you go because you're lovely. And it's... I just saw Mrs. Rokk leaving the building, by the way. I think she's out with her ladies what do vodka, or whatever it is they do. I think that's what they're up to tonight. I'm going to go and visit my mum and dad because my dear dad lost his sister today. I lost an auntie this morning. Bit of a shame, bless her. Oh, bless her. So I'm going to go and see my dad. And when you get to his age and you see all your brothers and sisters disappear, it can't be fun, can it? So I should go and give him a hug. Bless him. Dude, my heart game is way up now, Rooster. Your heart game? Nice. I've got to get back into exercising. Got to get back into it. I haven't done it for 40 years. Oh, thank you, my friend. I'll get you the code in a second. Aren't you? Yeah. Well, I've got a few, because I've said it before, both my mum and dad had 10 brothers and sisters. So, they're all disappearing fast now, getting on in years. So it's a shame. Another funeral to go to. Got damage reduction. Learned about Wrathful Hearts. Ooh. Oh, you're playing this as Diablo, yeah? Have you? When's the new DLC out? Getting a bit of ribbing as well, because it kind of nerfed everything, didn't they? And pushed forced you to kind of start again. Am I right? I've only heard whispers. Oh, he's pushing £185. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's about my weight, I think. Hang on. No, it's less. It's not far off, though. Right, I'm getting out of here. I have no idea what I've got for my dinner, stroke tea. But I'm going to go, as I said, I'm going to go and visit Mum and Dad. Give them a little hug. So listen, guys, I'm back tomorrow. It's Team Rokk Friday. Your special day when you get that extra super duper prize for being awesome. And I'm hoping I might be able to let you in on the new show that I'm hoping to launch next week. But at the moment, I'm not 100% sure. I need to finalise some stuff. But if I get that finalised, then I will talk to you about it first, because you deserve it. Right, I'm out of here. Thank you so much, guys. Have a fantastic Thursday. And I will see you all tomorrow. I was about to kill the broadcast without the end titles and stuff. See ya. Take care. Bye.